Good morning, folks. Welcome. I admit I have... Oh, dear. Oh, I hate saying oh, dear. I don't know why I do that. I go in spurts of it, too. It's very annoying to me. It is not the word choice dialect I would choose for myself. Good morning. I admit I have been feeling pretty good about playing World of Warcraft, so I kind of wanted to just hang out there today, but a commitment to Genshin is a commitment to Genshin, so we're in Genshin this morning. Let me just pull up and make sure that I have my pop-out chat ready to go. And we shall begin. Where is the pop-out chat? Where is the pop-out chat? Ah, now that's where it's at. I found my pop-out chat. And we are all set up. Being on a single laptop for streaming definitely is a little bit complicated. I understand why people who are really into this as a hobby absolutely have two screens. Give me just a second to take a look at some messages, and then we will get started for the day. All right. I don't even feel bad about responding to that because indeed the favorite stream of Genshin, or the favorite viewer, no. The person I'm talking to, their favorite thing for me to stream is Genshin Impact. So if I am paused for a little bit as I get started to talk to her, does that really matter? Probably not. I've been contemplating, I feel like I like hanging out in the stream, and I don't know that I want that to change from just feeling like a place to hang out. But I'm not sure it's working as, like, a way to draw new people in, right? Like, I don't have a big crowd. And so I've been contemplating whether or not I should do video editing, etc., to try and have something that I guess is more, like, clickable or whatever. Because I do want new people to come and hang out to be able to socialize with them. Hello, Ninipion. I was just saying that I didn't feel that bad that at the beginning of my stream I all of a sudden went quiet, because you are the one who really likes Genshin. I mean, I like it too, but of my viewers, you're the one who's, like, crazy about Genshin, and I was talking to you, so I imagine you did not quite notice that I wasn't getting started right away. Like, the new Violette video you sent me, I don't want him to become, like, silly, just, like, dumb, which is also a threat of that character I was talking about, I have Novarith. That, like, I don't want him to become, like, absurd and silly, but it is the same arc. Like, he still to this day has never smiled. He doesn't laugh. Like, he's very serious, he's very straightforward, he's very idealistic, but also has, like, great contempt for the failings of the people around him of those ideals. But he's not mean per se, but he's really stern. Like, he's gonna take care of his people, but he's not cuddly. It's kind of changing. But anyway, like, I don't want him to become silly. So I at least appreciate that, like, Nuvulette answered that question very seriously. He was like, yes, I did do that. I also did this other thing. I was also saying that I was really into just hanging out in a WoW this morning, so I was like, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do this. As soon as you sign in, I should always make a point of signing in somewhere impressive like this, because it's hard to sign in, look around this world, and be disappointed that you gotta spend any time here. At least for me. This is perfect. Ninipion says, I mean, it's more that we thought he was a villain at first, but he's actually a nice guy. I mean, Novarth did the same thing. Like, I guess if you observed him in most of his life, you'd be like, well, he's a really strict, like, no-nonsense sort of guy, but he takes care of people. But the first arc we kind of did with him centered a lot around, like, he's an elf in an elven land that had been invaded by, like, undead. You know, I want to say zombies, but, like, they weren't brainless, like, they were vicious. But at the current point in the timeline, a number of like the elves that were killed in that invasion and then raised from the dead actually have, like, retained their personhood, they've retained their souls, and they've come back and they want to be part of society, but the elves aren't super keen on that. And he was also really unpleasant and bigoted on that issue, but experienced some character growth, and now he's not like that anymore. But since we were primarily seeing him in scenes that were discussing that issue, he seemed like super strict, very mean, very cold. But now it has become clear that that is not the case, and the ways in which he is not perfect, he is capable of growth, and also interested in growth once he understands that it would be growth to change his mind. Minipion says, but I do get it, don't want Nuvulette to be getting soft during work. Haha, yeah. Well, like, just, I think, like, soft can be okay, but there's a level on which, like, somebody goes so far the other direction that it becomes, like, silly, you know? Where you're like, I used to be so impressed with this character, but now they've had so many moments where, like, they're cute and soft and fluffy that you're just like, this person is a joke. Ninipion says, oh, nice. Honestly, I think the trope of tough guy, I like the gift of tough guy is actually also soft. I do too. Yeah. I like anything that turns out to be heart of gold. And also, there is something that's really enjoyable. I think in the same vein of, like, why Hurt Comfort can be really appealing. Of, like, even tough person gets cuddles. Like, I think the reason Hurt Comfort is really good is because it's in that space that is immensely comforting as the reader, because it gives you this experience of, like, wow, if I was really sick, if I got really injured, if something bad happened to me, like, somebody would take care of me. And there is a profound sense of security in experiencing that. Like, it makes you feel like everything's gonna be okay. Somebody will help you. Ninipion says, maybe it's also just because something about water. You heard his water speech in the game that one stream. When water is involved, it's water. Yeah, that's true. Like, I think that was what I liked about that Nuvulette one, is that, like, I didn't feel like he was being, like, silly or lighthearted. He's like, no, water it's very important. Like, I was doing something beautiful and awesome by swimming up and down. God dang it. Beautiful and awesome by just swimming all around the ocean. I wish this game booted up faster for many reasons. Like, it'd be easier to get in a stream, but it also would be a lot easier to, like, turn it on, do these check-ins and stuff like that. Like, I feel like the knowledge that it's gonna take me 10 minutes to turn this game on is part of the reason I don't play. Songvale and I went halvesies a number of years ago on a Steam Deck, and she has just recently finally understood that you can just, like, sleep mode it without turning off your game, so that anytime you have a chance to play, you can pick it up and literally within 5 seconds you're playing, rather than having to wait for, like, the device to turn on and the game to boot up. And so, like, there's like a 10-minute downtime before you can start. And I wish this game was a little faster to turn on. Songvale is busy. She got up a little bit early. Or sorry, she got up a little bit late, so she's out doing barn chores and stuff right now, but she excuse me, she will probably be by later. But yeah, alright. Let us refocus. Yeah, Songvale was having a bad, like, not a bad morning, but just kind of like a, oh, it's so hard to get up morning. And then I was like, oh, frick, I just remembered I have streaming in, like, 19 minutes. And she was like, no! So she was upset about, so, you know, maybe just don't bring it up when she gets here. She was not happy that she had forgotten and now was gonna miss the beginning of stream. The VOD will be here for her. Yeah, I was really touched to find out that, like, I haven't heard about her doing this lately, but a number of months ago, she mentioned at one point that, like, when she's doing other stuff during the day, like when I'm at work and, you know, like, I'm not around, but she wants company, she mentioned that, like, she turns on my VODs and listens to them. And I just was really touched. Both, like, I appreciate the views, but I think I also just appreciate that, I don't know, she was using them for company. It was sweet. Liked it. Okay. I came across the Adeptus Mooncarver. Seeing the keepsake I bore, he lent me his aid and protected me from the Miliath soldiers pursuing me. Upon learning of Rex Lapis's passing and the unjust accusations laid against me, Mooncarver expressed disdain for the Qi Ching actions and began to suspect that they were behind what had happened. He has sent you to find several other Adepti and deliver a message to them. I'm gonna stop leaning so, like, to one side towards the microphone, just because I think it's gonna make my back sore. Qi-Sing. Okay, thank you. Please let me know if the audio quality is bad enough that you want me to go back to leaning towards the microphone. We're gonna have this issue now where, like, I want to comment, I'm aware that my comment is just, wow, this is so pretty over and over again, and not only when I talk can you not hear the music, but if I talk, I really cannot hear the music. And I also love the music. Yeah, kira. Unipion says, I love the pretty comments, but you know I'm crazy for the music. I feel like I noticed it before, but, like, Liyue's music is, like, really next level. It makes me really want to... I mean, this piece right here is making me think of piano. Piano's in it. So, like, one of the really good friends of that roleplay character of mine, Novareth, one of his two, like, actual friends is, this, like, 10,000-year-old elf who is really into the piano and is very good at the piano and enjoys composing music and all of that. And since I've been doing some, like, roleplay and archiving of old roleplay with that, I also am like, man, I have this, like, electric keyboard piano that I really like the sound of. I'm like, man, I should, like, spend some time trying to figure out how to play the piano again. Hello, Songvale! She says, I come to settle as a puddle in your Twitch chat. Well, that's made of water! So I have some great news for you. Nuvulette loves that. Minipion, can you put the link to the video you sent me in my Twitch chat? Hopefully it will post, or you could put it in the Constellation Discord. Sungvale will appreciate it, especially if I'm like, God, doesn't this seem like the Novarith arc? Except instead of being obsessed with water, I guess it's poetry. That is so rude. I feel like there's a good chance that, like, the dragon emoji maybe could be, like, an Eastern-style dragon. Also, I think his dragon form, as far as we've seen it, is, like, kind of Loch Ness Monster-esque. I feel like there might be a Loch Ness Monster emoji. I feel like what feels like it's changed this week in gaming for me is that while it is still uncomfortable to have this level of excitement and not be able to, like, feel like I'm doing or, like, achieving objectives with it, I am really enjoying looking around. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I could just run around in World of Warcraft. I could just run around here. I should, well, I guess the issue is that I don't have enough storage space to install Genshin on my desktop. I was gonna say my desktop computer is stronger than my laptop, which probably isn't a surprise to most people, because it is both newer and a desktop. But I wonder if Genshin would boot up faster on my desktop. Inipion says, good thing there's lots of things that you need to look around for to find. That's true. Yeah, we've been here before.
Compared to Julian Karst, this place seems basic. Are we really gonna find an Adeptus here? Let's take a look. Paimon reckons he'll be on the balcony. Doubt we're gonna find him in the kitchen.
The kitchen is great, though. It's got food. Inipion says, oh, did you see the link or pic I sent about Genshin possibly coming to Steam? I think you might have. Yes, I think you did send it to me, which would be very convenient for the Steam Deck, because I hope that means, like, it will... Well, not necessarily. Will it, like, work better, because I guess Steam games also, like, are not guaranteed to run on SteamOS, but that would be awesome. Wait, who are we looking for? I don't remember. I read the quest at the beginning. We are just looking... Yep. I guess we're just looking for other Adepti, but I don't have an ID on who. I don't... Or if I was told, I don't remember, unfortunately. I think what, like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, how does this look so great while being so many, like, and it looks like it's all very cohesive while it's still having so much colors. And I think probably what it is something about, like, the saturation level is really well balanced, but I also think it's the lighting. Like, the color temperature, maybe, is what I'm trying to describe, makes all of the colors work together. Inipion says, ooh, I hope it's Xiao! I mean, he lives here, so it has to be him, but I've been wrong before. Doggo! Indeed. Oh, I guess we could have teleported part of the way up. Do you think we're gonna find him in the kitchen? Go higher. 10 meters. I also really appreciate that most of the world is static. So, like, I've been finding video games to be a little bit like, newer video games to be kind of overstimulating, because everything is constantly moving, and I just, like, I don't know. It's not quite stress, but it's, like, it's too much. I want to look away from it, and I think the level of animation on the Traveler's cloak and stuff, as well as, like, just small details, like these falling leaves, but then everything else is static, it gives me, like, processing space for the level of detail that there is without being overwhelmed. I love the stylized control where it feels very detailed, it feels very intricate, but I am not overwhelmed, and I really appreciate that in a game right now. Inipion says, oh yeah, I never really thought of that. Even NPCs who walk don't really have a long cycle now that I think of it. Yeah. Like, it's not super complicated. And so they just add a few details. And the most details, I presume, are, like, things they actually really want me to look at. It's small touches. I feel like I would describe this game as being quite intricate. Like, there's wood texture on this fence. There's a lot of colors, but I don't feel overwhelmed looking at it on my computer. I feel like on my phone, sometimes it's a little bit much with the smaller screen, but it is better. Also, Songvale, I have figured out that WoW on Solstice also frequently feels a little bit less overwhelming, and I wonder if the issue with WoW is also that whether it's just because the artists have giant screens at Blizzard, or if just the expectation, I don't know, is that people have bigger monitors these days, or at least that, like, the streamers who need to have the positive opinion of World of Warcraft to, like, sell it to people have giant screens so it looks good to them. I'm not sure, but WoW is better on Solstice's larger screen in terms of it being too much stimulation. Songville says, I find myself more and more believing that the biggest factor in making a 3D game space beautiful and intricate looking is the lighting style. I agree. I really think in terms of, like, the last... ZA's lighting was fine, but, like, Legends Arceus and, like, Scarlet and Violet for Pokemon, I think if I was gonna pick one thing for them to, like, redo or add to that will make those games instantly, visually look a lot better, it would be the lighting system. Songville says, with good lighting, basic models and textures can still be wonderful. Without good lighting, high-res textures and models just look like crap. I probably should go back to making a point of playing WoW on my desktop. Not that the monitor is huge, but it's bigger than the laptop. Yeah. And maybe also considering whether or not you... I don't know. It depends. I can't remember, like, what the resolution of that screen is, but... I mean, I haven't heard of monitors going up in price as egregiously as things with storage and RAM. Ninipion says bigger screens doesn't equal less overstimulation. No, that's true, but what is happening is, because it's larger, they're, like, probably not by percentage, but just by sheer, like, mass, it feels like what the picture I'm looking at is less dense, I think is what I'm trying to say. So it doesn't feel like there's 100 points of detail in 1 square inch. On a bigger screen, like, the bigger screen feels like there's 100 points of detail in 2 square inches. So it's easier for me to take it in, rather than, like, when it feels like a very small screen with so much going on that I can't look at it. Kind of like how there are certain movies that look a lot better when you go to a movie theater because the screen is so big you can actually see all of the detail, whereas when you're watching it on, like, a TV or especially on your phone, you're like, I can't even tell what's going on, like, it's too small. Songvale says, no, but I think the issue with WoW is that a small screen packs tons of moving parts and flashing lights into a really small space, where the UI and world can really spread out a lot more on a bigger screen, and the density of stuff is lower even if the quantity isn't, if that makes sense. Yes, exactly what I was saying, Songvale. Ninipion says, oh, and then Songvale says, like, something about WoW makes a screen a very concentrated experience. Yeah, I think it's because WoW also has a lot more UI. Like, it has a much heavier UI, but I also think so much of WoW is done, like, in a group setting too, so it's not just your spell effects, it's everyone else's too.
Oh, he's not here?
To the blind, everything may not be as it appears.
Is he a dragon or a snake?
A sigil of permission? You came prepared.
Maybe he's a fish.
Though this only prevents me from hurting you myself, doesn't stop you from getting hurt in other ways.
Paimon doesn't get it.
He's a jerk, Paimon.
Too much contact with our world is breaking the rules. Mortal souls are not as robust as those of Adepti, nor can your blood carry this level of adeptal energy. It's for your own good. Leave. Now.
Oh, I guess I see the bird in his arm.
Paimon's peeved. All he does is think about himself.
Yeah, his initial impression is
Paimon
bad.
wants to give him an ugly nickname. But if you
Call
take
him
off an
Poo-Poo.
Adeptus, the only thing you'll probably ever find in treasure chests is cabbages.
They smell like
Blech.
food.
Guess we should go ask the boss lady of the inn about just how she manages to talk to Adepti.
That will be funny if he's chickadee. He just has like a chihuahua complex. I am small, so I have to be mean, or no one will take me seriously. Maybe that's why Haruko is so bitey. Hello. A distinctive but elusive dress sense, defined yet atypical facial features, and followed around everywhere by a floating elf companion. Nope. Can't place you. Can you tell me about that Adeptus?
Oh, you've already met Xiao. Not bad. Not often he's in a good enough mood to agree to see people.
That's his good mood?
Oh yes, the Adepti are very hard to come by. Many people go their whole lives praying to them, never once actually getting to see one. When the Geo Archon built Liyue, he borrowed power from the Adepti. But most of them only know how to protect Liyue by fighting. So for many millennia, it has instead been humans who have led Liyue.
You really know a lot, huh, boss lady?
It's not boss lady, it's just boss. Anyway, seeing as you have the favor of the Adepti, things should be a lot easier. Well, if you want to know my opinion, if you keep Xiao in a good mood, things should be okay.
Good mood? Can't really imagine what a good mood looks like for that vigilant Yaksha.
Will be interesting, won't it? Come to think of it, I've never seen him smile either. How about this? You go see the chef for a bowl of almond tofu and a plate of whatever it is you're best at making. Almond tofu is one of the few human foods Xiao likes. The other dish is up to you.
Up to us, eh? What do you think you're the best at cooking? Really hard to screw that one up, right?
We will do this. But first, just before it gets away, Ninipyeon, did you post the, first of all, I'm gonna click, oh my god. He's a grumpy burb. That's adorable. I'm sorry, because it doesn't seem like that's how he wants to come off. It must be tough having a bodily form like that. I mean, I understand when you don't relate to what you are. That sucks. But Ninipyeon, did you send that link to the new Violette video in the Discord? 'Cause I want to pause for Songvale to watch that video. Oh yeah, I see it's in there. Songvale, go watch the video in the Discord. In the constellation. And then tell me that's not Novara. Songbill says, "Hello, Novarith." Like, it's so funny reading early Novarith this week, and then literally the scene we're writing right now, he's just experiencing, like, the closest thing to absolute joy and delight as, like, his friend reads him ancient poetry. It's great. I didn't even think, I'll have to watch it back later, Songbill says the guy asking about him could even be a voice actor for his friend Dusk Harbor. I'll have to watch it again. I don't think I will ever want anybody besides, I mean, I guess we didn't see him seriously, so this might be insulting in, like, the scenes where, like, Dusk Harbor, is being deep or whatever. But honestly, I think the only person I have ever thought of as being, okay, no. I guess for the character performance, I really like the king and the king's daughter, but admittedly, the face of that one a cappella singer definitely has stood out to me as being Novarith related, or not Novarith, Dusk Harbor related. Which is weird, because he doesn't look very elf-like, but I guess elf-like being, you know, really very Thalassian in, like, features being light but sharp is not necessarily as ancient Night Elven as Dusk Harbor is. Okay. Nini Pion is probably like, that's nice. I don't know who these people are. Let's play Genshin, and fair enough.
Can't you see I'm on a break, kid? Scram! Scram!
Whoa. This chef guy's service is about as good as that Wagner guy's back in Mondstadt.
I see. If it's for the boss, then guess I don't have a choice now, do I? But my heart's not really in it right now. Not enough to make a dessert as painstaking as almond tofu.
And why is that?
A fencer's hand must be steady. So too must the hand of a chef. But my hands, they're not steady. Because a traveler once told me that this inn is haunted. And then just now, in the kitchen, I saw something. Something not right.
Was it a small burb?
This chef looks so intimidating, but speak of ghosts and he becomes weak.
I keep thinking, even Wangshu Inn isn't safe. I can't keep a steady hand for something like almond tofu.
All right, in the name of high-quality almond tofu, we need to go check this kitchen out.
Yeah, let's do it. Nini Pion says, actually, I was just thinking it was funny that you're just moving around randomly while talking. You not, I mean, I guess I don't know how often you play games while, like, chatting with somebody on the phone, but I don't know. This seems normal to me, because running around like this while having a conversation is like World of Warcraft culture. You just run in circles while chatting. Nipon says I never do. Alright, fair enough.
Doesn't seem to be anything.
It's like a way to pace when you're seated, basically. I struggle to, like, be still when I'm talking. Do we think this is a serving area or, like, a shrine? I guess it looks maybe like a storage area. But I feel like this could be a shrine. Like, wow. Actually, you know what I need to remember to do? I mean, I think I figured out that I've gotten used to, like, looking at detailed stuff such that, like, my VR headset will seem grainy. But I need to remember to try playing Genshin while wearing my VR headset. Songwell says Paimon breaking out the 5-symbol words. You want me to pet the doggo? Oh, the doggo is not interactable. Oh no, I wanted crouch. Is there a crouch? I feel like there was. Oh no. The doggo has disappeared. The doggo is also a ghost. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Songwell, Ninipion. I didn't mean to send the doggo away. Will the doggo come back? Will he respawn? I'm a monster. Well, I guess that's dream for today. I'm sorry for what I've done. And, I don't know how I'm ever gonna atone. Is it really okay? Ninipion says I can't atone. There's nothing I can do. He's not real. No, I'm not actually sad. I'm good. I'm good. I'll take a hug, though. I do like a hug. Is coffee okay? Yay! Songville hugs. But I thought you wanted me to come back. If I have to stand up to get water... Oh, hey! Is this the girl? Hello. You must be from somewhere very far away. What's your name? My name is Tia. Landa's my father. Tell me about your father. My father says I should tell all strangers that he is a traveling merchant. If you're friends with Tia, then I can tell you the truth. How does one make friends with you, then? Easy. You just need to play with me. But right now I'm playing with Richie and Wei. Who are Richie and Wei? Alright. Interesting. Songville says, bizarre, I thought. This girl's VA is using a different mic from the rest and kind of sounds like Starsworn. You know? Fancy that. Can't imagine how that's happening.
What? You saw it too? There really is a ghost. How could I?
Okay, so he's useless now. What do we do? Forget it. Let's just go see the boss lady again.
I feel like we should have told him there was no ghost. I really thought we would help him resolve the ghost issue.
Scared of something so insignificant. Hard to believe he was once a notorious bandit.
You don't seem that afraid of ghosts, boss lady.
Gods and ghosts. I've seen it all before.
Come to think of it, others don't seem to know there's an Adeptus here at the inn except for the boss lady.
Shh. Say any more and you'll be divulging my little secret. Right. Best you two be off. Go see to it that little ghost doesn't go scaring anybody else. Not that I'm ordering you around. It's like the Adeptus said. Mortal souls are not as robust as those of the Adepti. So as not to be harmed when dealing with the Adepti, you can start by practicing with that ghost.
Any suggestions on how we persuade the ghost?
There is a calligraphy painting in the inn known as the Witness Sigil. It's been in circulation for over 1,000 years. Go take a look at it. Once you have, look for a place outside where you can see the exact same Witness Sigil formation.
Songville says Vergoldet could work on Lithelian and be fine. Gods and ghosts. I've seen it all before. That's true. I also was reading, I backread the one scene with Liyue, and, like, she just went for a walk and was, like, dancing with the ghosts and chatted with one. And it occurs to me, I guess, is the reason they're ghosts at Lithelian entirely because of the binding ritual, or are there ghosts at Lithelian who weren't part of the nature cult? There was Kitty, it's true. Entirely the binding ritual. Okay, well, never mind then. This is pretty. I would put this on my wall. I was just pondering, since she was like, it seemed like conversing with them and also, like, imminently aware of her own death, I was wondering if she would ever show up as a ghost. But I think she probably has found peace and moved on. I'm a little bit confused. Find a place where you can witness the whole sigil. That it down, is that? This isn't the sigil, is it? No. This seems distinctive. Wait. Is it like painted on these rocks? I found it.
There she is! So scary! Quick, you! You grab her! She's trying to get away! We have to follow her! If it's as the boss lady said, she won't disappear like last time!
Alright, we'll get her. Songmo says, I don't think there's anything about Lithuania that makes it impossible for there to be other ghosts, as long as the guardian ghosts don't have a reason to get rid of them, but she wouldn't automatically become a ghost, if that makes sense. That makes sense. And I can't decide whether or not she would, although Rue is still around. But it just occurred to me. She did ultimately tell that ghost that, like, she had come there knowing that she probably would pass away soon.
She doesn't know when to give up! This old decrepit ruin guard? Surely it's not possessed?
Alright, this is not going good.
Steady as stone. Someone needs assistance.
I'm not totally sure if there's a particular tactic I'm supposed to take with this, and this seems to be going very slowly. But...
Hey! Go Baron Bunny! That's cheating!
Yeah, admittedly, I really didn't think you were gonna do that. Ow!
You got me.
Freeze!
Alright, I missed. Cool.
What's the hurry?
Well, the hurry is that I don't want any of us getting hit by the stone machine. I feel like I'm about to be told by Ninipion that I really need to be leveling up. Maybe we will accept our fate
Cool it.
after this.
What's the hurry? Freeze!
I agree that it's a dodge and hits boss. It's just... Well, I think what's happening is I'm not appreciating, like, when things are boss fights, and so I'm expecting there to be a lot more fights that just end quickly, rather than being actual gameplay. But I think it's because I grew up playing, like, Pokemon and then being aware of, like, Final Fantasy, where it's, like, there is, and World of Warcraft, where, like, there is a lot of constant fights, but most of them are pretty brief. And the fights in Genshin are not always super brief. I don't know what we're doing. Are we shooting things? I guess we're shooting. I'm stuck. Not really sure what's going on right now. How do I get you to stop doing this so that I can fight you again? Pound says these kinds of fights should be brief to mild, but does brief mean like 20 seconds? Because that's what brief means to me. I make him come back down so I can hit him?
Freeze!
I guess I just get close. That was the issue. Ow.
Leave it all to me.
I feel like we're gonna be doing this for a very long time. This is gonna be the rest of
It was
stream
my
today.
honor to serve you.
This is gonna be stream for today, guys.
Wind blade!
Well, tried to dodge, failed. Great. We're gonna pause for a second and go find some healing stuff. I don't know if I have any res food anymore. I do. Great. Eggs. Everybody eat your... On cooldown... Uh-oh. I thought I could just res all the way at the end. But I cannot. Okay. Well, let's see if we can find one of these that will do some damage help. Let's start with some steak. And then crit rate and damage. We're gonna have some boost. Songwell says she likes this creature's ornamentation. It is very nice. Ninipyon confirms that these fights should take 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. Ninipyon says, my estimates are probably off too, though, since she's more leveled up now. Sorry to say, but it's because you've done, like, almost no leveling or upgrading. We gotta have a stream where you can take your time to understand it. I probably will do it off stream. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like back in the day when you'd be in math class and, like, the teacher would make you do a math problem with another person. I cannot do that. When I'm trying to understand something, I need to do it silently by myself first, and then I can talk about it. But if I'm, like, trying to talk about it, or, like, talk my way through it, like, when it comes to, like, problems, like, trying to solve interpersonal issues, those I need to talk through. But when it comes to, like, understanding mechanics and numbers and stuff like that, that I have to do silently by myself. I just have to put in the time to do that.
Wind blade!
No! Stop! Ow. And stop being stuck on stuff. How do I make it come down from this thing? Like, shoot people mode. Do I just wait? I assume I just have to wait, to be honest. Just gotta wait. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go somewhere where I don't get stuck on stuff so I can dodge better. There is, like, no time to react whatsoever. Like, I feel like I am instantly trying to run out of these things, and it just shoots me immediately. My skill is too low for this game. Time to go back to Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Oh yeah, Minipen says that she's a Google which weapon is best person. I am not. If I have to leave the game to play the game, if I'm not already like super, super invested in it for years, I just stop playing. Like, the game has to grip me. Anytime I like stop and go look at something else, I get distracted and realize how much I don't care. So, I definitely prefer games that give me the space to learn how to do it on my own. Oh my god, I did it. Yay.
Silly churl, Billy churl. Finally caught you! Paimon's pooped.
Ninipion says, but that's kind of fun though, right? Like a real fight with meaning. I agree. I like real fights with meaning, but I don't like them as every fight. I like them as like big boss fights. I don't like every fight taking like 2 to 10 minutes. I am definitely more of a like, most fights should be pretty trivial, extremely short, and then at big story moments, there's a 10-minute boss fight.
Silly Billy, Billy churl. Haunting things isn't nice. Little girl, are you listening? Chilly churl, frilly churl.
I don't think she can hear
Now
us.
listen here, young lady.
She can't.
Oh. Okay.
I was wrong.
Dusky Ming won't tease the travelers at the inn anymore. Next time, you can come play with Dusky Ming.
You
If
killed
you
me and
don't
my
come
friends.
and play, Dusky Ming will come find you.
Go to the afterlife. Alright, I guess we can teleport back. Just 'cause that fight took a long time, so I want to get through a little bit more. Wait. Can we buy more things to do more pulls? I don't have enough of these. I'm 1 short. Or I'm 7 short. Okay, that's our goal. I think we just needed to get 1 more pink so that we can do another 10 pull. So let's try and be able to do that. We have an hour, so that is good. We will be able to get it done. We need to go to a statue and heal. These won't heal, will they? Because they're not the actual statues of the Archons? No, they are not healing. Okay. I was gonna jump to glide down these stairs, but my luck is like I would just whoop, glide right off the edge.
What? You really got the ghost to promise to stop haunting the inn? Wow. You really are something.
I have the power of the
I
stars
am in
in
your
my
debt.
hand.
Please, wait a moment. I'll make you the smoothest, silkiest bowl of almond tofu. Haha, my hands are steadier than ever now that she's gone.
I'm so jealous of his stove. Look at that stonework. That's so cozy. I want that. Like, I realized that it actually would be kind of dangerous to build this if you didn't know what you were doing, because if you didn't have the right bricks, basically, it would explode. But, like, imagine doing this, and then you just have it's on the wall, and it just vents the smoke out the back, and you get to have a fireplace and a stove cooktop. That would be so cool. I want that. Also, I want a storeroom that's just full of fresh food like this. I love cooking cottagecore, I guess. Oh, you know, that's what I was gonna say, Songville. You know that fridge you get, like that feeling you get when the fridge is full, like you just brought home a bunch of groceries and your brain, just in like a primal sense, is like, yes, there is enough sustenance for us to survive on. All will be well now. I think that is the feeling I'm having, like, scrolling through the roleplay archive, where I'm like, wow, look at all of these stories. Look at all of these moments. That's not what I wanted. Just wanted to clear... Oh, we got a Primo Gem.
Let me guess where you're from.
Okay. I guess we can pause and just hit random level. I think the other thing is I kind of want to wait on leveling up characters now, I'm not gonna lie, because I want to get some... Will the game give me any more characters? Or are they all from pulls from here on out? Like, does the storyline unlock anybody? Am I right to wait to figure out who my Liyue storyline companions will be and then boost them? Or at this point, like, am I not gonna get anybody if I don't pull them? Minipound says, I believe you get one free character per story, maybe. Okay. So probably I should just level up characters that I have. How do I go up? Hello, Nadia. Nadia Van Dyne. How are you this morning? I am attempting to climb a building. Nini Pion says, I believe Liyue is the cooking girl. Do I have her? Because I feel like maybe they did give me her already. What was her name? This wasn't her, was it? No. Do you like her little bunny? Nadia says she's good. Hope I'm doing good. I am. And Zhanling, she's very good. Oh yeah, I remember Zhanling. We helped. She was the one who was obsessed with the goo, right? Ninipion says I don't have her yet, and confirms that it is Zhanling. Nadia says I will get Zhanling for doing a certain stage in the Spiral Abyss. Okay.
You two, again.
What's up, cute bird?
Don't go disappearing again!
What's this?
Oh, I see the tattoo as a bird now. Before I was thinking like it was a fish, but I think I can see the bird.
It's your favorite, almond tofu, as well as this distant traveler's best dish, a satisfying salad. Quick, tell him everything before he finishes eating.
Good strat.
Rex Lapis. How could this be? I can't imagine it. Though times have changed, I've never imagined a Liyue without him. The ruling Qixing. Just what role have they played in this? I will seek Mooncarver, Mountain Shaper, and Cloud Retainer. It is time they too made their decisions.
Will the Adepti interrogate the Qixing?
Adepti do not turn on their responsibilities. I have my reasons to not want to be tainted by the mortal realm, but Responsibilities are responsibilities. Our god is the god of contracts, after all.
Wait! Paimon still has one last question. That... does he mean... she's...
When conquering demons, on occasion, you can come across spirits who have never hurt anyone, yet are also not yet able to be moved on.
I'd like to file a complaint. She definitely was hurting me and my friends. 2 of them died.
So I asked the innkeeper and the boss if they could keep her here for a time.
So really? Wang Shuin was looking after her. Really keeping a wide range of business going, huh?
Alright. We have enough Primogens. Let's do it. Let's get our last 10 pull and see if we can pull ourselves Nuvulette. Alright. Now I have to remember where the thing is. It's in Wish, I think. No, that's Battle Pass. Nuvulette! 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 Songvale says, it's weird of this guy to try and live in the Mortal Inn if he doesn't want to be tainted by the moral realm. Yeah, it is a weird choice, isn't it? Nuvulette is so good. Well, Nadia, if you like... I mean, it's my understanding a lot of people love Nuvulette, but you're in the right company, because basically my Genshin streams seem to always loop back around to him somehow, and I am months away from reaching content that he is actually in. Okay. Here we go. We got a stick. We got a stick. We got a sword. We got a sword. It is a sword. We got a club. I still think debate club is funny. We got a sword. We got a bow. I think we're getting really close to the end of our 10, so the character should be coming up here. Nuvulette, come on! That's not Nuvulette, that's just a circle! Dang it. We already have him. Okay. Wait, what does convert mean? What does convert mean? What is... Yeah, convert to Nuvulette. I agree. What does convert mean? Right, okay, it's done automatically, but like, what does it mean? It gets converted into a material you can use to get more wishes. Okay. And it's just done on its own. I don't have to click anything right now to confirm that I want that. I'm so glad there's people who have played this game who come and hang out with me. Alright, thank you, Nadia. Alright, well, let's go see if we can buy more pulls then. I need to take a restroom break, but we're gonna do this first. And I also will get water, as I am aware people want me to get water. We can buy another pull. I can't get the pink ones. Alright, should we do one pull, or should we continue being pragmatic and saving up so we can do 10 pulls at a time? What do we think? I feel like I'm not having the sense that we're going to be successful on just one pull and we should wait to do 10. But at the same time, I don't even think I'm going to get to 10. There's only 5 days left. I should have been playing way more. Nadia says I like saving for 10 pulls because it feels more satisfying. Yeah, I kind of agree. I feel like I'm more successful. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to 10 in the next 5 days. Songvale says, it did sound like 10 had slightly better odds. Ninipion says, I'd like to clarify to Songvale and Starsworn that I call them balls only because it's a parody game, a parody game that calls them that. That makes sense. They do look like little balls. What are they actually called? I think they were just called Fates, right? Can I see my fates? Oh yeah, fates. I wish that you would create a connection between my party and Nuvulet's. He should come to my party. He seems like he likes parties, right? Alright. We gotta pick another quest. I guess this actually is a good pause point, though. For me to stand up and use the restroom and grab some water. I know somebody did punch the hydration alert a while ago now. All I had was my coffee. But when I come back, I will have some water as well, and we will keep going with another story quest. But it's gonna be about a 2-minute break. There you go. Songbell's got my hydration alert again. Inipion says, I'm legit debating sending you some money because I want you to pull Nuvi. No, like, you know it's a gacha game when, like, you're not even investing money in your own version. You're investing money in your friend's version. I don't think you should do that. I think if you want to spend money on Genshin, it's okay for you to get pulls for yourself, but that's okay. Nini, I can invest money if I absolutely need him. Songbell says, you took so long that now you have to hydrate with interest. Okay, I understand. Alright, before this gets any worse, I am going to run to the restroom. I will be back in 2 minutes. Songbell says, I do need him, though. That's true, although when I was playing his trial character, I didn't love playing him as much. So that's also why I'm reluctant to, like, invest a bunch of money. Because I really like the character, but I think I like watching the character more than I enjoyed, like, running around on his model. So I do want to pull him, but I'm also not even sure if I will regularly use him. I mean, I might just walk around, like, in Fontaine as him. I would love doing that. Songbell says, too bad. Nadia says, thematic to have to go get water while talking about Nuvulet. True. True. Is my fish popping up when you guys push the alert right now? I don't get to see it. Like, it doesn't pop up on my screen. Is the fish alert working? Ninipion says, I get the characters I love even though I don't like using them. Yeah, that makes sense. Songbell says, I'm gonna learn Restoration Druid in WoW for Eledris, and you're gonna learn to play Nuvulet. Okay, fair enough. Songbell says, yes, I get to see the fish, and Ninipion confirms. Okay, great. Okay, I'm gonna stand up. Y'all hold tight. I'll be back. You should also... Oh, I got to see the fish because I had put my game down. Awesome. Fish is popping up. Okay. I'm gonna stand up. Y'all should get water. Y'all should go to the bathroom if you need to. I'll be right back.
straight on in.
Surprise! Guess who's back?
Head straight on in.
It's me, everybody. It's me.
Howdy. Please, head straight on in.
And I even drank half a glass of water before I even came back. I filled that glass, I drank half of it, filled it again, and I came back. Making good on all y'all's requests for water. Alright. Let's take a look at our next quest options. Dust to Dust. Having sought out the Adepti and completed the task Mooncarver entrusted to me, I return again to Liyue Harbor to look for Child. He tells me that Liyue you told me how to say this, Qixing. The Qixing's response to the Archon's passing has given him some food for thought. Alright. That's what we're gonna do next. I want to go and heal first, though. So we're gonna make a brief stop at this Geo statue real quick. Qixing. Qixing. Because Qi is pronounced Chi and sometimes is spelled Chi. So I just have to remember that. And an X is sh. Where's the statue? Heal me. Thank you for healing me. Please keep healing. Oh, we're fully healed. Wow, okay, that's so fast. Great. Onwards to Liyue Harbor. I just wish I had enough time to, like, spend all my waking hours playing, like, the 4 different video. Ooh, wow. Look at those lanterns. And the horse. Wow. I love that. The stars far and near to us. Like, I want to just spend a bunch of time hanging out in World of Warcraft. I want to spend a bunch of time just hanging out in Genshin Impact. I miss having everything to mind about Pokemon. Like, so many good worlds out there. So many worlds to keep existing for. I'm gonna be so sad when Lantern Festival ends. This is amazing. I guess Lunar New Year, like, just started, right? Like, just a couple days ago. So they started this before Lunar New Year began. And I assume it will keep going at least until Lunar New Year is over, which is not a super short event, I think. I could be wrong. Absolutely incredible. Like, that's insane. What did you miss while ordering food? I returned. I confirmed that I had made good on all of your hydration requests. We went and healed the party. And now we are marveling at the lanterns in the sky. Like, look at this. Look at that. It's like the stars are here with us. I have to admit also that the travelers, like, seeming connection to like stars and constellations is also tailored to be perfect for me specifically. Lantern Rite special indeed. And then also I was discussing the fact that there's just so many amazing worlds out there to want to keep experiencing. Oh my goodness, look, it's Nadia! I don't know if she's still here in the chat, but look, you're appearing in game as Fatui. Hopefully you're not Fatui.
You finally returned. How was your journey to Jueyun Karst? I see. Huh. Moon Carver, Mountain Shaper, Cloud Retainer, Conqueror of Demons. Some of these names have never come up in the intel the Fatui gets hold of.
I don't know if we should be telling him then.
As a returning gift, I too have information for you. Regarding the Archon's passing, the Liyue Qixing's response really has given me food for thought.
I'm distracted at the moment. This poor dude needs to have been given like 3 inches more material to his coat and possibly been like awarded 1 more button. Like, sometimes I have this problem with like my shirts or my vests and they gape like that. And I'm well aware of the fact that this was actually an artistic choice, that somebody thought that this was like appealing. But because this is so annoying when it happens with my real life clothes, every time I look at Child, I'm like, I'm so sorry for your suffering. Just from a sensory perspective, it like one, there is the level on which it's just like showing my stomach is not a thing that I do, but also just the sensory of like it's gaping a little bit. There's just a tiny bit of a breeze like on my stomach. Terrible. I'm so sorry, Child. I hope eventually people love you enough to give you enough fabric for what I assume is the creation of essentially your uniform. Ninipion says that she always thought that it was like this on purpose, but she does get bothered with the little sliver of skin though and want to cover it up. Yeah, like I can confirm if you wear like button-down shirts and stuff and that happens, it doesn't feel nice. Like it feels very weird. So I pity him. I pity his sensory experience.
They've announced that, as the true killer has not yet been found, they are not allowing anyone to pay their respects to the Exuvia. They've even gone so far as to try and cut off information. But with the right of dissension and all, even the Qixing isn't able to keep a lid on things.
Exuvia?
It's common knowledge in Liyue that Rex Lapis is also an Adeptus. The Geo Archon is also the god of contracts, and is also known as the Exuvia, prime of the Adepti. The mighty and illuminated Adepti of today all signed contracts to protect Liyue way back then.
Guess that explains why they're all so focused on Liyue's well-being.
Naturally, they both have the responsibility and the aptitude for the job. If the ruling Qixing became unable to perform their duty properly, the Adepti have the right to take corrective action. The Geo Archon's spirit has risen, so why would the Qixing hide his vessel? Truly suspicious.
I agree. Something is definitely not right. Also, yes, Nidipion, thank you. Songvale, can you handle the bot for me, please?
Right! He's the whole reason we came here! If the Liyue Qixing has locked up Exuvia and won't let anyone near, then our quest to find the Seven is already over.
Oh? You're trying to find the Seven?
Thank you much.
And just why might that be, pray tell?
I am a little bit confused here. Are they saying that Exuvia is the deity that was killed? Or is just affiliated with the deity that was killed? I hope Kitty enjoyed playing. Is Agatha hanging out with you, like, in your room? Or is she out in her tent? The body or corpse is called the Exuvia. Okay, thank you. Nadia. Oh, hey, you are here. Hello, Nadia. Zuvia is just the name for his body. Great. And Songville says Kitty is in her room at the moment. Oh, very good. This information has nothing to do with you, child.
Nice answer. A knight that gets duped by the Fatui would really be no knight at all now, would they? But I can help you with that too, you know.
Really?
Give me some time. Time to find someone.
Time
Someone
to
who
find
can
a
help you
tailor.
break through this stalemate. Truly fascinating. The harder they try to silence the situation, the greater the chaos that erupts. If you want to be around to see it all come crashing down, best you stay alive until we next meet, yes?
Well, hopefully I won't meet any more child ghosts possessing armor then. Nadia says that child is so silly to her. I agree. He seems kind of ridiculous to me. Songville says, time to find a shirt to wear under your jacket. Yes, I will send you an undershirt. Ninipion loves child. That's okay. You know what's great about this? You can have child, and then the rest of us, I guess, are going to fight over New Violette. But that's all right. I feel like for me, I just want to watch, like, New Violette say things to people. And, like, a whole audience could do that. I've completed the quest. We can't continue because we're too low leveled. It keeps explaining to me how to level up, but I ignore it and we get stuck. Oh yeah. Alright. So we're gonna have to do some side quest things. I suppose it always wants me to do commission quests. This is in Mondstadt. Can we stay in Liyue? Liyue? Alright, let's go talk to Liyue. Let's go talk to Catherine in Liyue. I can do this. I can use words. We can enjoy the lanterns. Nadia says she will take Arlecchino. Sounds good. Arlecchino? Arlecchino. Ninipion says you'll find out more later, but his little bro smuggles onto a ship to visit him. That's kind of adorable. That reminds me of like Seto Kaiba and his younger brother Mokuba, and how like Mokuba is actually really cute, even though Seto's kind of a jerk. Ninipion says we're gonna help babysit, and we find out that he's been lying to him. Oh my goodness, brutal.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
I have a letter for
Ad
you.
Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
I suspect this letter is for you. A letter? For me? Oh, so you're an adventurer from Mondstadt. What's this? A dandelion? Why is there a dandelion in the envelope? Adventurer, did you place a dandelion in this envelope to try and prove you are from Mondstadt? There's really no need. There is more than enough information contained in this letter to establish your identity and background. I'm betting it was Catherine. Catherine? Oh, you must mean Mondstadt, Catherine. Why did she put a dandelion in the letter? Very odd. A dandelion isn't much use to an adventurer, now is it? Not that it really matters, of course. This letter from the Mondstadt Adventurers Guild says that you are a highly experienced adventurer. If that's true, I'm sure you are ready to take on commissions from the Liyue's Adventurers Guild. A whole new world of wild adventure awaits you. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Alright, we did that.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Songville says Agatha the kitty loves her springs. That's great. I feel like they must move in a whole new way for her. I mean, you... Sure.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
What do we think? Did I do a good job with the automaton voice?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Alright, got some more stuff. Oh, it's the blue ones. I want pink fates, please. Give me pink fates. Nadia says, a great job. Thank you.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to...
What level do we need to continue? We need to be 25, so we need to go up one more. I think she is saying through the abyss to the stars, yes. We are extremely close. All right. Let us see. Mondstadt, Liyue. Oh, it will change tomorrow, I guess. Okay. Don't do this to me. I need you to go where I ask. And that was not it. That was also not it. Please don't do this to me. It's a pink one. Farewell, archaic lord. That sounds like you're just calling him, like, old. Like, imagine somebody... I don't know. I'm just imagining other contexts in which you would stab somebody and just say, farewell, archaic lord. Nini Pion says, so close. Pink ball, yes. Nadia says, old man, grandpa. Nini Pion confirms he is super old. Songville says, I really like the word archaic, but it's usually used as a derogatory term, and that makes me sad. I agree. I think the word archaic is very beautiful. Look, he's a doggo. I just want your exclamation point to go away. That did not work. Well... The exclamation points are not on my screen anymore, so I can focus. This is great. Okay, we still have to pick a quest to do, though. Nini Pion is conspiring with Nadia and says, don't spoil in case I forgot what I was told. Okay. Alright. Oh, this is quests. Okay. Let's see. These are all Mondstadt, which I don't really want to do. I don't want to go back to Mondstadt right now. I guess let's do... Let's do this Lantern Rite one. I realize that it's out of order and there might be spoilers, but I am finding the Lantern Rite so beautiful that I want to do stuff. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's Qixing.
Oh?
Ooh. The eyes are cool. Liyue's Wangshen Funeral Parlor is a very old name in the funerary business, and its directorship is now up to its 77th generation, with the current director being a young lady named Hu Tao. This young director is known for her sharp intellect, but in some people's eyes, Hu Tao might be a little too smart for her own good. Indeed, the quirky and eccentric Hu Tao is not what people expect from a solemn title like that of the Wangshen Funeral Parlor's director. However, Hu Tao has a unique outlook on life and death, and though she is surrounded by death every day, her optimistic outlook has never changed. Quite an odd duck, this one. I like her. I like her design.
Oh.
Chongyun. The young thaumaturge Chong Yun was born to a clan of exorcists. He travels the land working to exorcise demons. He is an honest and serious lad by nature, and is both hardworking and persevering, never shrinking from any sort of hardship. However, he has one problem that no amount of work can solve, and that is the pure Yang spirit he was born with. This pure Yang spirit is capable of repelling demons to the point where Chong Yun has never had to lift a finger to stop them. As a result, he has almost never seen a demon in his life. This troubles Chong Yun greatly, of course, because, seriously, what exorcist has never encountered a demon to exorcise before? In fairness, that's true. I guess that's true in fairness, but also in fairness, you would be one hell of an exorcist. Like, you don't even have to do anything. You just walk through the inn and boom. Ghost cleared without having to fight a robot. Nini Pion says, I guess we could also call Venti an old man, but he's not as old. And Nuvi is an old man. So many grandpas. Yeah, Nuviolette does come off as being an ancient and timeless being. Nini Pion says, I love everyone in Genshin for the most part. Yeah, it does feel like it has a pretty good cast. I will wait to read your message, Songvale, until we find out what you need to say on the other hand.
Curious.
Qingqiu. That probably said that wrong, and I'm sorry. Born to the nobility, Qingqiu is a young master of Liyue's Harbor Feiyun Commerce Guide. He loves books and chivalrous deeds. Me too! These books refer to the thrilling heroic tales of heroes and heroines out in the wild, tales of mercy, romance, and vengeance. Chivalry, on the other hand, refers to aiding the weak and going wherever one pleases. However, Qingqiu is a genial soul despite having such passions and treats everyone with civility. While speaking to him, if one hears some odd or obscure line like, through war, harmony, it is quite likely to just be a quote from the latest martial arts novel he has been reading. Love this guy. Want him to show up? Would use him in my party. Sounds like somebody I would get along with.
Impressive, right? What's with all the commotion over here? Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! I have something amazing to show you!
Songville says, on the other hand, he may end up with gifted child syndrome, where eventually he meets a strong enough demon that his spirit just doesn't exercise it automatically, and he won't have any idea what to do. Yes, the gifted child syndrome struggle is real, and then he will have a horrible, angst-filled, crushing sense that he's actually worthless because he does not know how to deal with it. And that would be sad, but very endearing. Nadia says, Qingqiu is a strong 4-star if you get him. Great to level up. Ninipion confirms that he is on her team. Nadia says that she used him a lot until she got Furina. Ninipion says no to Songvale.
What is it? Huh? What the? Heart of the Moon is blacked out! Was it really eaten by a giant toad?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't expect you to know the story of Jonju the Moon Devourer, Paimon.
Don't underestimate Paimon. She learned a whole bunch of things in Sumeru.
Look at this guy's coat. That color and the gradient is so pretty. And also it has wrist fluflus. I love wrist fluflus.
But Jonju the Moon Devourer is a Liyue legend.
Well, knowledge knows no borders, so there.
You're right about that, Paimon. But this dark circle doesn't look anything like a toad to me. A toad's egg, maybe? But that's about it. Oh, wait, Traveler! You've been in Nodcry, right? The people there worship the moon goddess. So you should know what's going on here.
Oh, this is 100% set in the content I haven't done yet. I have not been to Nodcry yet, but I've watched a couple of trailers.
Really? Not even in a place where people worship the moon? Huh.
There is a celestial phenomenon called a lunar eclipse.
Oh yeah! Master told me that the tale of Jianzhu, the Moon Devourer, was how ancient people explained a certain celestial phenomenon.
But what is it exactly? Some kind of omen of disaster?
Well, usually it's just a natural phenomenon, but admittedly this lunar eclipse does seem different.
How so?
Well, a lunar eclipse usually just starts from the outer edge.
Oh, but in this picture, the moon is being covered from the center. So this can't be a normal eclipse.
Unless somebody slept
Then
through the beginning.
It's still an omen of some impending calamity?
We never said that.
Where did this picture come from? Did they miss the, 45 minutes before?
Ugh, some crazy customer left it at the restaurant. Just thinking about it gives me the chills.
It might be haunted. Maybe we should just get rid of it.
Attention, everyone! As the auspicious festival season approaches, I have an announcement to make. I, Lu Xiong, am on the verge of becoming one of the most renowned archaeologists in all of Liyue Harbor. No, scratch that, in all of Tibet.
How much have you already had to drink today? Just wondering. Why are you telling me this?
Even though I never trained at a prestigious academy, I've still managed to dig up tons of treasures. And I understand practically a whole dictionary's worth of big words, too.
It's time to cut her off, guys.
Like my pops always says, no pain, no gain. And I haven't had it easy, that's for sure. So, it's definitely my turn to make a name for myself.
Ma'am.
What's the deal with her?
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
No idea. Maybe she ate a bad batch of perch too?
What? You don't believe me?
It's not really that we don't believe you, although I'm not sure that we do. I think we're just confused about why you're telling us this.
I'm telling you, I dug up treasures from the ancient nation of Longan. I even got a picture of Jeonju devouring the moon.
What do we need to do to help you become long gone?
Long gone? Jeonju? What is she even talking about?
Sounds like she's a few perches short of a stew, if you know what I mean.
Do you only have one response, sir?
So what if blackback perch stew is my favorite? Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
Could you become not here?
Whoa, what are you doing?
You're just a stupid, ignorant man, and I'm gonna kill you.
Oh my god. She's crazy.
Young lady, you need to calm down.
Yeah, 100%. Shenhei came from a branch line of exorcists. Due to a set of unique childhood circumstances, she came into Cloud Retainer's care, becoming a disciple of the Adepti. Many years of training with her master have left her with her emotions cooled and her heart aloof. However, upon returning to Liyue Harbor and meeting other people once more, her life began to change. Compassion, concern, care. Though she remains unfamiliar with these new emotions, her once frozen heart is nonetheless beginning to melt. I like her. Can we pull her?
What? So you're looking down on me now too? How about I take you both out then? How does that sound?
I think you need to be put in a cell to cool off. I don't understand what your issue is, lady.
This is a place for dining. If you wish to take me out, you'll have to do it elsewhere.
Which is ironic because most people enjoy being taken out to eat.
Don't act like you're better than me. Do you know who I am? I'm about to be the most famous archaeologist in all of Liyue. No, Tibet.
You're about to be famous for something, I'll tell you that.
Show me some respect.
Do something respect-worthy.
It's respect you want? Very well. For the sake of the other customers, we'll do this your way.
She uses magical cards?
What? So Shen has started the fight? She had no choice. The woman pulled a shovel out of nowhere and started going crazy, flipping tables left and right. She even injured 2 other customers.
This is wild. Songville does note a while ago that the ancient nation of Longan is never not gonna be funny. I agree.
Shenna did what she had to do to restrain her, then took her to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Thank goodness Aunt Shenhe was there. Or who knows what might have happened.
Yeah, I don't know. That lady was messed up. Nadia says she has only just realized the pun on Long Gone. You're welcome. Dishing out learning here today.
Yeah. I started cleaning up after all the commotion, and that's when I found this photo. I thought it might be the one she dropped, so I rushed over to show someone.
She said she took a photo of Jeonju the Moon Devourer. This must be it.
What if it's a laser? You know, like somebody is just pointing a laser at the moon and the dark spot is the burn mark. And that's what's eating the moon.
Can we really trust what she said, though? Clearly, something is going on with her.
Yeah, I don't trust anything she said.
Paimon's got a point. It sounds like she wasn't acting right at all. How do we know she wasn't possessed by some kind of evil spirit?
Sure. Yeah, maybe that was the issue. I don't think so, but maybe. Wait, what if we send Banishment Boy?
Aunt Shenhe would have noticed if she was possessed.
Okay, we won't send you. I think she, like, Songvale asked what Hu Tao just did. I think she, like, crouched down and then tried to act like a ghost popping up behind somebody else. I think it was intended to be her crouching down and moving. I don't think it was an animation error, but I'm not sure.
All right. But what about the part about Long Gone and the treasure she found?
She crazy.
What about it?
Yeah.
What if she raided a tomb and dug up some super special relic, then got herself haunted by an ancient ghost?
Very possible. She didn't seem unwise.
One so powerful that even Miss Shenhe couldn't sense its presence.
Your imagination is something else, Hu Tao. Why would an ancient ghost come to Wanmin restaurant, huh? To eat my blackback perch stew?
She did say she loved it.
Hey, it could happen. I'd want to eat your food if I was a ghost.
Wait a second. She mentioned the ancient nation of Long Gone, right? Paimon's heard that somewhere before.
Yeah, the Adepti we talked to last week mentioned it.
You know what? My brother mentioned that some ancient artifacts were unearthed in Liyue recently. Mostly colored glass, fine jade, and bronze relics.
Or wait, was it the ancient, or was it the quest that we did where we had to, like, go read the different stelae? It might have been just a side quest that we did. At which point it wasn't last week, it was a while ago, but we did a...
Some of the text inscribed on them has already been deciphered. There were some poetic verses, but the word Long Gone popped up as well.
Does Long Gone mean jade? Is this just ironic in English, but it's not meant to be a joke?
So, does that mean this Long Gone place is real? Still, Paimon knows we've heard the name somewhere before. Do you remember, Traveler?
The only reason I'm putting it together is because the subtitles said Jade instead of Long Gone in that last one. But thank you. I assume big braining from Ninipyeon is supposed to be a compliment. Do I remember? Oh, the owner of the Baiju guest house mentioned it. Okay, that's where it came up. But I definitely remember Long Gone appearing in the storyline because I remember that Songvale thought it was really funny. It is funny.
Right! His ancestor heard about it from the White Horse Adeptus.
Oh! It came up when we were walking into Liyue Harbor and, like, it was giving us intro stuff for this holiday event. That's where it came up.
The White Horse Adeptus? Oh, so you must have been to see the giant lantern already. Yep. And it turns out that the White Horse Adeptus is super mysterious, too. Even Madame Ping hasn't met her.
Wait, I thought she was the gold-eyed Celadon mare of the 8 Adepts.
This is only the second time in my life I've seen somebody mention the color Celadon in anything.
That's just the interpretation you believe in, Hu Tao. There are other theories out there, too. The elders of Chingsa village believe that during the Archon War, a white horse leapt from a clear spring, transforming into an Adeptus who aided Rex Lapis in battle. In Chenyu Vale, some of the tribes take her to be the daughter of time and trace her deeds to an even earlier era. Yet in other ancient texts, including the relics I just mentioned, she appears as an emissary who listens to mortal wishes, which is why we write our wishes on Shao lanterns.
That's so complicated. So what's the verdict? Which version is the truth?
Sometimes I get concerned, like, completely ridiculously when I talk over pieces of music or pieces of dialogue, or when I just go through by accident, like, too quickly, that, like, what if there's a future where for some reason the only record of this content is my stream VOD? And then people in the comments are all like, oh my god, I cannot believe this star-sworn person, like, couldn't shut up long enough for this piece of dialogue or music to play when this is the only copy of it that still exists. And I think about that sometimes, even though I can't imagine anything about my streams being the only record of certainly a Genshin Impact piece of content. Songville says she has never heard of the color Celadon. The other one is, it is the name of a city in Pokemon, back when they used to use obscure color names for all of the cities. In the first region, you start in a town called Pallet Town, and then all of the cities are named for different colors, like Vermilion and Pewter and things like that, and Cerulean. You would love the color Celadon, I think. It's a little bit pastel, but it is green, and you probably will like it. It's, honestly very Tolkien elf.
I'm afraid there's no definitive answer to that.
You two have been all over Teyvat. Do you have an idea?
Nope, sorry. We were actually on our way to ask Zhongli. He knows even more about this kind of stuff than us.
Ah, looking for a consultant, huh? He's having tea with Miss Linlong. Shigu Antiques is hosting an exhibition tonight.
An exhibition? For what?
All those antiques Sing just mentioned. So if you head to the big ship docked in the harbor tonight, I'm sure you'll find him.
So, where to next? How about we go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs to ask about the White Horse Adeptus? We might be able to find out more about the recent moon situation, too.
If you're heading to the Ministry of Civil Affairs, could you give them this picture for me?
Songvale says that she wants to name an elf character Celadon, and I think that's beautiful. But will they be Celadon or Celadon? I like Celadon.
Since it belongs to that customer, she deserves to get it back at least. It might even help the Ministry with their investigation. Ha! Alright! We're off!
I don't think we should have any interactions with the woman. We're gonna call her Wendy.
Oh, wait! I almost forgot! Happy Lantern Rite!
Happy Lantern Rite. Come have a meal with us when you're free. We'll be there, or we'll be... square.
Thinking about it now, could it be possible that photograph was a fake?
A fake? You mean like the customer fabricated it to gain academic recognition?
Absolutely possible.
Nice one, Chongyun. I never even thought of it like that.
How about we go check out that place tonight? I know exactly where it is.
All right.
I'll get scolded if I get home too late.
Live a little, Sing-Cho. You act like this is a first for you. Worst comes to worst, we'll get Xiangling to cook you something delicious, okay?
Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it's worth the risk.
You were just waiting for the promise of free food, weren't you? Fine. It's a plan then. We'll meet up tonight.
Songvale very much agrees that that is a great coat. I do too. I want that character. All right. We have about 5 minutes left. I do want to see if we have the blue things. Like, Oh, we only have 2 blue things. Okay. I was just thinking, like, do any of these random characters from this zone that are not that excited, or this region that are not that exciting, or, like, worthy of heading a banner like this? Just seeing if they are available, but they are not. Or at least they are not, they're not something that are available to us because we don't have a bunch of blue fates. So we won't end the stream with pulling blue fates. I want them to sell this as a figure I can buy and put on my shelf. That is a beautiful horse. I love that horse. Ninipion says, so the basic banner has more characters than what is shown in the picture. Alright, let's do a learning moment then for me while I figure out what they are then. Details. Details. Oh, now it's locked up. Okay, great. List of items. Do I recognize any of these things? Character. Oh, there's 2 stars, okay. I think I already have Yao Yao. Jianling. I didn't see any names that I immediately recognized out of, like, the people we just talked to. But maybe as we go on and meet more characters in this region, eventually I will be like, oh yes, I know who they are. Ninipion says blue and gold coat guy was on the list. Ooh, you know, might have to pull for our 0.5% chance of him. The arrangements this year came together pretty nicely. Whew. At least I don't have to trouble Lady King to come and review personally. Ugh, I've got to stop dwelling on these things. I'm the god of fortune. 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 I can tell. Huh? Isn't this Traveler? Goodness, if I'd known you were the one coming, I wouldn't have to memorize so many lines. And given the looks of you, I presume that you are here to celebrate the Lantern Rite? It's about time you showed up. Look around. It's even more lively than last year's Lantern Rite, isn't it? Every Lantern Rite. Of course. You know what they say. Zhao lanterns soar and fill the night. Step by step, we seek new heights. We've got to improve in everything we do. Yeah, let's not dwell on that during the festivities. Come, come, let me show you where the fun happens. Let me think. I've got it. First things first, you have to release Zhao lanterns. It's a lantern rite after all. And then, we also set up a bunch of auspicious treasure trees around Liyue Harbor. As long as you prune their branches properly, the fortune coins inside are yours. How many trees did we put out again? Was it 21? Yes, 21 trees. Actually, there's an auspicious treasure tree not too far away. If you're interested, you can help prune it. Don't worry, it's very simple. And finally, you can also check out the bulletin board. It's right beside me. Many tourists from other nations have joined us for Lantern Rite in the recent years, so the Ministry of Civil Affairs prepared a special bulletin board for them. Whatever issues they run into, or if there's anything they need help with, they can write it down and post it on the bulletin board. We at the Ministry of Civil Affairs will make sure everyone who comes to Liyue for Lantern Rite leaves with a smile. That's Liyue for you. Of course. By the way, Traveler, I remember you're really good at taking pictures, aren't you? I do know a little. Don't be so modest. I just wanted to ask you a little favor. It's really simple, I promise. All you have to do is take a commemorative photo for some tourists. We originally hired a few photographers to take commemorative photos for everyone, but we didn't expect that there would be so many tourists this year. There suddenly weren't enough photographers to go around. It's too late to hire new photographers. You're the only one I can count on, traveler. Please, for the tourists, for Lantern Rite, for Liyue, you're the only one who can help us. Sure, for the Lantern Rite. You're a lifesavers, traveler. I'll tell you the tourist names and their designated locations right away. I'm counting on you. With your help, this year's Lantern Rite will be flawless. Here, these Zhao lanterns are for you. Happy Lantern Rite. Alright. Oh, cool. So you can release them and then other people get them in their world. That is cool. It's cool. Alright. Inipion says, oh, so there's 3 or so mini games for Lantern Rite that you can play and get Primo Gens. Might be worth checking out before the event ends. When does it end? Is it still like a week away, or is it soon? But how do I... Check the event menu. Okay. I'm going to release a lantern, and then I think that will be a brilliant way to wrap it up for today. As alas, I must dress and go to work. Except for the fact that focused experience mode apparently is going to take a really long time. Yeah, I know that wasn't the event menu, Ninipion. I just was focused on doing the story quest, just because I do need to think about getting going here. I have not eaten anything today, and I am not at all ready to go to work, and I have to leave in 25 minutes. And my stomach is rumbling a lot right now. I thought it would give me a tracker. LB button. Do my gadgets. My chat is in the way, so whatever it's trying to show me, I can't see. Move that up a little bit. Quick swap. Equip. Equip. Save changes. Okay. Left. L plus E. And
all from my time with the Crux.
Is this what we need to do? No. No. Wait, I said yes. Dang it!
Imagine, if you can believe it, a whole other world within this universe. In that world, people found supreme bliss in what can best be described as lucid dreams.
Oh, I wish I could lucid dream.
Reality became blurred, or rather, redefined. But outside of their flawless reality, the problems of the material world remained. And in the end, the cold, hard truths of the real world caught up to them in the reality to which they had escaped. Deep in the dark ruins, another soul who was fleeing destruction discovered the final remains of this world. These 2 terminals were once a means for the dreamers to manage the outside world. Now, they form part of the mage's collection. The mage once tried to form a world from things she had gleaned in her eclectic experience, but as the calm observer, she never found that spark of inspiration to bring everything together.
It's relatable.
Before fate caught up to the wandering mage, she paid one more visit to her wise and learned friends. She learned much during their time together, and although she did not find the answer, her loneliness faded away in time. But as she and her friends crafted other wondrous worlds together, she finally realized the missing piece in the world she dreamed of creating. A vibrant, captivating protagonist. The glorious traveler and their impeccable companion were the perfect candidates. She was filled with hope. The lucid dream of a lost civilization was built anew, and the mage's vast collection now had a world to call home. After sojourning for so long, it was time for her to leave lest the destruction catch up with her. And in any case, a new story had now begun.
Is this a description of something going on in Nod Cry, or is this like the origin story for Tevat? Nadia says it is for the other game mode. Okay. It is the origin story for the Genshin Mario Maker. Wow, I have ended up in Timbuktu, huh? Okay. There's other outfits? Well, now I want to look at the dude's other outfits. How do I go back? Which? No. How? Let's see. Return? No. Return. X. Alright, I guess... Oh, he's got coattails. She doesn't have coattails. My choice is either this or this. I guess my normal character has coattails. Well, maybe we'll stick with this for right now. Okay. Can I change this later? If I don't want, I really want to release a lantern before I go off stream today. Okay, great. We're just gonna confirm everything for right now then. And... next. Okay. My name is Starsworn. Cannot be the same name. Well, that's rude. Okay, my name is Autumn. I feel like if I haven't been able to release a lantern in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna just have to end stream anyway. Thank you for coming with me on this journey to Timbuktu. So Nadia, you do not know this. The controller I have is actually supposed to be for a Switch. So some of the buttons are like flipped in their labeling, which sometimes results in me pushing the wrong thing. How do I get back to the normal world? What do I push? Is it this one? I want to go... Oh, so this icon means Malastra Wonderland. Okay. Admittedly, this is cool that people have made things. That is very cool. How do I leave? People get paid to make stages on it too. Ah, I want that job. I pressed a wrong button and then I pressed another wrong button. Yeah, How do I leave? Please help me get back to the normal game. Is this the normal game? No. I want to play the normal game. That is a kind of a traditional beginning of an adventure, it's true. How, if I open the Paimon menu, okay. Oh good, alright. I have to move my chat out of the way so I can see a little bit better. Character, quit game. I don't want to, like, exit the whole game. I just need to leave Molastra Wonderland. This is super awkward. I feel very incompetent right now. Ninipion says she can't help me leave because she doesn't know how. And I guess we could try quit game. But if we quit the game and it totally exits out, I really don't have time to open it back up again. We have 1 minute. Okay, well, this is a really awkward ending. I hope you enjoyed your first impression of me, Nadia, and that this did not totally destroy it. I have to get ready for work, though. It says why. Oh, return to Daybot! I see it! You're right! Okay. Alright, well, we still don't have time. Thank you so much, Nadia. And what's ironic about that is where I've moved my chat was almost covering that corner. So there's a good chance that I, like, wouldn't have been able to figure out where it said why. We don't really have time to do anything because I have 15 minutes now to get ready and get out the door. So I must go, but I will leave us on a beautiful view of the horse. I hope you enjoyed spending some time with us today, Nadia. The three of us are usually here at about this time every Thursday playing Genshin Impact. We do play a different game on Wednesday morning, and if I am really feeling it, we play on other days. But the main one you can depend on is Genshin Thursday morning, so if you'd like to come back, we'll be happy to see you again. Otherwise, Songvale says now I'm gonna have to stream tomorrow to release a lantern. Maybe. I'm gonna put hard maybe on that. In fact, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this so that I remember, like, I will love it if I turn on this game. And put it in the Discord so that I can see it. Thank you guys for hanging out. I cannot stream 24/7 Ninipion unless I start making money. I'll tell you what, if you somehow can figure out how to give me enough money, not to get new Violette in Genshin Impact, but just to get enough money to pay for rent and food, then I can talk about 24/7 streams. I still don't think I'd be able to do that, but we can talk about it. Maybe we can get closer to that. You did offer to pay for new Violette, that's true, but I go to work to pay rent and not for new Violette, unfortunately. It is a lot more expensive than new Violette, that's true. I'm just saying, like, that's what we need for me to be able to stay here and stream endlessly. Yes, during the day I will try to stream games, and during the night I can join in misappropriating the category I'm Only Sleeping. That's true. Yeah, I guess it's a game called I'm Only Sleeping, but people use it to just stream themselves sleeping. I don't know, wouldn't it be terrifying if, like, you did that and then you watched back the VOD, or, like, your viewers later told you that, like, somebody came in the room and was, like, staring at you? I don't know, I just think that'd be very scary. I assume that probably doesn't happen, but, like, what if it did, though? It would be absolutely horrifying, yeah. Yeah. Okay, on that terrifying note, I'm gonna screenshot, and I'm going to bid you all adieu. But I thank you very much for hanging out with me this morning, and I will see you in the next stream. Could it be tomorrow? Maybe. Will it be World of Warcraft on Wednesday? Probably. Will it be Genshin next Thursday? Absolutely. Have a good one. I'm waving and you can't see me, but have a good day. Bye-bye. Catch you later, Songvale.